Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick. As always, you guys can call me Touch of Ninja, and today I am going to be bringing you guys my personal gameplay of Torchlight 3, an action RPG where you can face off against mace-wielding boars juiced up by powerful magical crystals. You cannot make this stuff up, people, but before we get too far into the gameplay, I do want to give a quick thank you to Perfect World for sponsoring this video. Torchlight 3 is out now, literally right now on Steam, PlayStation 4, as well as Xbox One. The Nintendo Switch version is coming out on November 22nd, which is the version that I am very excited for because this game plays perfectly in a mobile experience and playing it on the go is very appealing. If you guys want to learn more about Torchlight 3, you can check out the link in the description. And yeah, I played 7 hours of this addicting game. I got all the way to the end of the first island, facing off against one of the main sisters that you will actually see a live battle of me fighting against her at the very end of this video. But before we get too far into it, I think it's a good chance to rewind, and we're going to take you to the beginning of the game to see how it starts off and what you can expect in your adventure of Torchlight 3. So let's jump right into it.
It has been a century since the Dark Alchemist drained the Elemental Guardians of their power, using it to crack open the clockwork core and unleash the Netherrealm. 4 great heroes ventured deep beneath our world to defeat the Netherlord and seal the clockwork core using the heart of the dragon beast Ordrak. But now, the heart surges towards the edge of destruction. Ordrak's spirit pumps through the veins of Novastrea and infests the ember within. The power of the Netherrealm threatens the world once more. An ancient evil reborn, reinvented. Now it is up to you. Face the challenges ahead and defeat the Netherrealm. Will you choose fame, fortune, or the future of the frontier?
Alright, so unfortunately for us, our characters do not look nearly as cool and high level as the ones that were in the opening cinematic because we are at the start of the game right now. We got some cool intro slides though by that sharpshooter. So we have 4 classes that we can choose from at the beginning. We got the Mech Forge, and then we also have the Rail Master, and then we have the Sharpshooter, and then the class that I decided to play my 7 hours with because I wanted as much flash as I possibly can. We have the DUSK Mage. All characters felt unique. I got to play with a little bit of them. The funniest one is probably the Rail Master because he actually summons a pet train and a railway tracks comes on the playing field and actually it moves around, attacks people. It's actually very funny to look at. So if you're into trains at all, the Rail Master definitely up your alley. Sharpshooter shoots bow and arrows, but I wanted all the magic things, all the particle effects, all the flash and dash, so I decided to go with the DUSK Mage. But you actually are not pigeonholed into a specific playstyle because each class also has a subset that you can choose from, as you can see right here, and you can actually use these subsets for any of the classes. So they are not dependent, they are expanded across all 4 classes. The only thing dependent on the specific class you use are the 2 left and right outer classes, but the middle one is transferable between all the classes. So it gives you a little bit of variety. If you want some lightning or ice powers with the Sharpshooter, have at it. I decided to go with the fire-based class, and I was delighted to find out there's actually a pet system, and you actually get a pet dog once you move into the next scene right here. So I decided, I'm pretty sure I go with the Silver Retriever. Golden Retriever seemed a little bit too basic. There's actually skins for all the pets as well. Don't fret though if this is a big tough decision that you're really mulling over. I actually named this dog Toby, which is actually the name of my real life dog. Don't get too upset if you have buyer's remorse because you actually find pets along the way when you defeat bosses throughout your entire journey. So you actually get to choose some of the ones that we passed up. The owl, the alpaca, they show up a little bit earlier or later. And you actually get to choose the difficulty of the game. So I am new to ARPGs. I have not played a lot of them in my entire time in my gaming career, but that was fine because this game I dropped in and I quickly was able to pick up the general mechanics. And by the end of it, I thought I was doing a pretty good job of managing my classes. If you guys are familiar though with ARPGs and the genre, I probably would recommend that you start off with the hard difficulty, just because the game does a good job of trying to get you acquainted to the controls. But if you're familiar with the genre, I'll just go with the hard difficulty. You'll feel right at home with everything. So at the beginning, I actually played and tested out the keyboard and mouse, but the game plays perfectly fine with gamepad as well. I transferred over to an Xbox gamepad a little bit after this and played the rest of my 7 hours with it. So plays perfectly fine and well on console as well. Feels very intuitive. I would be looking forward to the Nintendo Switch version of the game, which is coming out, because this would be like the perfect game to play on the go. On the move. It does have multiplayer components as well. You can play with some other real life players that you can make up with, and there's apparently going to be some really cool endgame stuff that you guys can look forward to. But in this video, I'm mainly going to be focusing on the single player. Like I said, I finished the entire first Goblin Island, and then we finished off the video with actually some live commentary of the battle with one of the sisters that we saw in the opening cinematic. So I'm assuming, from what I can tell, the 3 islands, you're gonna fight a sister in each of the final areas of the island, probably culminating with the battle with the never satisfied mother, whoever she is. We kind of only saw a dark shadowy veil at the beginning, but we'll probably figure out who she is by the end of the game. So as we leave Travail Point for the very first time, Travail Point once again is the main hub area that you're going to be returning to frequently to get your quest lines and continue the single player story. We saw a mini cinematic right there, which is very suited because the rest of this area encompasses the Goblin Forest. And goblins, it's a good moniker because goblins are everywhere. They will attack you from the trees, the forest, optional dungeons. They are literally just everywhere. So it's a very good moniker. So this is an optional dungeon. You don't have to come into it, and mainly it's just to kind of get you acquainted with the controls, the resources management, the combat system. As you progress further along into the game, these dungeons actually become substantially bigger, and they take a little bit longer to traverse. And usually, if you take the time to go through them, what you'll find is at the very end of them, you'll find a mini boss that you can defeat to open a gigantic chest where you can get some nice loot. And loot is the main thing in action RPGs. If you want them, you want your more chances to get the best loot, and there's a little bit of resource management along the way. So as you can see right there, I was mining a little bit of boulders, there's trees, and what you do with the resources is mainly use them to construct your fortress. Your fortress is your home away from home. Actually, it's just your home. You will be returning to it very frequently because it magically spawns between every major intersection in the game. It's a little bit of a break between every single storyline's parts that you can always return to. And what you can do is customize it to your heart's desire through a variety of templates as well as resources. As you can see, They require gold as well as some of the resources that I talked about a little bit earlier. So I decided for my first thing that I was going to build is I was going to build a pet shelter. This will allow you to change your pet to ones that you find throughout your entire adventure. Like I said, you are not pigeonholed to the one that you chose at the very beginning of the game. As you proceed and defeat more main bosses, you'll usually be rewarded with some sort of new pet, and I decided to swap to this aerial pet Mario for the very first time. I decided to just give the silver retriever Toby a break for a little bit as I kind of just played around with the different pets that are available in the game. And what I liked is that the pets actually play a substantial role in how the gameplay operates, especially if you're playing in single player mode by yourself, mainly because they don't do a lot of damage in terms of dishing out DPS. What they do a good job is they do a good job of aggroing the different enemies, so not all enemies are attacking you. As you can see right there, the rat went back to attack my silver retriever that I did re-pick up. So the gameplay is pretty straightforward at the very beginning of the game. It does a good job of easing you into it. So around levels 2 to 8, it was very approachable. But once I reached around level 10, things got a little bit more dicier. So I reached the end of this very large dungeon right here, and I actually was running very low on health potions, and I think this was actually the very first time that I died in the game. So when you die, you have the option of spawning back in town for free, or you can pay a little bit with gold and respawn right here. This probably wasn't the best play because this boss is actually still very healthy, and I still don't have any health potions, and your health does not regenerate whatsoever. So I just had to play the rest of this match, and this heads up play very carefully. Basically, when you reach around level 9 or 10, you start having to need to really stack your abilities and use them in conjunction with each other. So my go-to when I was proceeding to play this game is to slow down the enemy, then rain down fire upon them, and as you get a little bit further, I actually summoned a lightning bolt ability, and then I coupled it with ability that allowed me to summon some kind of like ghoul spirit things that also did additional DPS. All of them individually don't do a lot of damage, but you kind of stack them all together. They do a fantastic job of crowd control and just making sure that you don't get overwhelmed too much. Probably my favorite ability that I didn't really pick up until near the end of my 7 hours of playing the game, what you'll see in the next boss battle, is the lightning bolt ability that literally shoots a gigantic lightning bolt. Doesn't consume any sort of mana. There's just a cooldown time, and it travels through all the enemies and just does a really great job of clearing the screen. So if you're playing this game for the very first time, I definitely recommend you getting the lightning bolt ability. So I am still in a really bad spot right here. This guy is very tanky, and I am still very low in health. But with a little bit of patience as well as help from my silver retriever companion Toby, we are able to whittle him down, defeat him, and collect that sweet, sweet loot at the end. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to be showcasing you guys with live commentary the final battle in the Goblin Forest with one of the sisters that we saw in that opening cinematic. We're going to be doing a fight with Brawl, and it was actually pretty fun. She had a variety of attacks that kept things interesting, and overall I had a great time my 7 hours with the game. So once again, quick thank you to Perfect World for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to learn more about Torchlight 3 and basically everywhere you can play it, check out the link in the description and enjoy the rest of the video.
Your punctuality pleases me, my daughters. Brawl, report on your progress in Zulrasha.
I have dominated the Goblin tribes. Their chieftain Wildlow answers to me now. Our assault on the human army starts here.
Very good, Brawl. Very good. Sadista, what of the Void Ember?
I am close to cracking the riddle of the Void Ember, Mother. I expect to solve it very soon.
Soon? Insolent child, I need results now! The vessel is useless without the Void Ember. The gateway, too. I will tolerate no further disappointments. Do you understand?
Yes, Mother.
I hope you do. For your own sake. Varys, I trust your update will be more promising.
I have narrowed down the location of the gateway to a mountain range in the north. It's only a matter of time before I find the gate, and the vessel along with it.
Excellent. Sadista, you should follow Varys' example.
I will try, Mother.
See that you do. Now go, my daughters, my dark outlanders. See that my will be made.
It's been a long first bid, but we're finally fighting one of the sisters. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Who we got? There she is. All right, the standard. First, slow her down. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
You can't cast that.
Oh, roll out. Oh, what the heck? Yo, she has a wolf, dude. Get away from the wolf. Okay, okay. Arrows, arrows. Maybe I should take down the wolf first. Ah! Okay, I'll summon my own guys. Oh, maybe, yeah, it might be best to take down the wolf first. Nope. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Little outlines of where she's gonna shoot. I'm good here. I'm good right there. Minions.
Get ready.
Minions. Slow her down. Fire. Oh, get out of the way! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Get ready. Too slow.
Okay, oh,
Not
oh, what
today.
the hell is this? Oh my god.
Not today.
Oh! What?
Can you handle this?
I gotta slow her down. Summon. Fire. All the fire. Get away from the wolf. And you're hungry like the wolf. I can do that too, lady.
You can't cast
Fire. Maybe I teleport behind and then shoot her. That might be better. It'd help if I shot her the correct way. She's kind of leaving things all around the battlefield, though. Oh my god. Quarter of the way there. It's gonna be a long one.
that spell can't be cast.
Oh, give me a sec, dude. Now I can. Get her! Get away from me! Man, those spears do like no damage. Slower. Minions. Fire, 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 fire. Charge up to this thing. Slow her down. Uh-oh. Oh, that hit. Ooh, that almost killed me.
Nice try.
Slow. Minions. What's my owl doing for me?
Let's make it interesting.
There. There's only one, but it might be better just use the regular bolts first. Summon. Fire. Slow. Minions. That's better, yeah. Oh, let's not stand there. Good. Still good. Oh, not good. Slow. Minions. Ugh. Oh, there's two. What the heck? The hell's the real one? God. Oh my gosh, 3 now. What the hell, dude? Oh my god. Real one. Yeah, go back to this. Ooh. Oh my god. How do I survive that? Nope. No thank you, lady. Minions. Fire. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh, get out of there. Bruh. Too many arrows. Go away. Not even the real one. We almost got her though. We almost got her. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. Back to only one left though. What's my bird doing? It's like chipping away at her. Oh man, I do not want to get caught in one of those portals. That'd be a bad news. You're on your last legs, lady. Come see me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. How do you whiff so many times? Slow. Minions. Minions. Fire. No, no, don't think so.
Let's make it interesting.
No, let's not. How? Let's not say we did. Oh, arrows. Oh no! Woo! Oh my god, I almost died. I literally almost died. Yeah! Woo! Big brawler. New pet, new pet, new pet, new pet. The chocolate retriever. Now we get blessed with gear.
Your pack is too heavy.
Okay. Is that it for here?
Our heroes set out to find the lost researcher. Their one hope to pick up the trail of the Netherim. Ancient trees loom in the darkness ahead. What lurks in this shadowy silence? But ahead they see a light, a beacon in this putrid swamp. Our heroes must make allies here if they are to survive.